I don't think so.
Okay, so here we are at Metis. Yes, okay, John Linden and Pamela Anderson, Manis Lioto, and myself, Monica Spolia, and we're here to discuss the original, I guess, history
the
of
origins of Metis.
Origins of Metis. So the originating family being here was the Astles family.
The remnant of the Astles family, this part of the Astles family.
Yes.
1830s.
Yes.
But the Metis-sur-Mer is actually older than that.
Oh,
yeah, it's older.
And our forefathers are from Grand Metis.
Okay.
Well, at one time it was just Metis,
right.
But today it's called Grand Metis.
Okay.
So we're related to the Magugans and the Blues.
And the Blues, our great-grandfather was Blue.
Do you remember reading the cartoon Mr. Magoo?
Is it based on Mr. Blue? I don't know, maybe it is.
Well, Magoogan is so close to Magoo.
It is, Magoo, Magoogan, that's true, that's very true.
So I kind of based the Magoogans on
But
that.
our great-grandmother was a Blue, right?
Yes.
And Fred was his name as well. And Grandpa's name was named after him.
We're on the Frederick side.
Yeah, the Frederick side, yeah.
So the first Fred that came was a little boy of 11.
The John Astles side is Seaside.
Seaside, okay.
And then the William Astles side is the Bull Rock Hotel.
Okay.
In which basically Gordon Astle married Nellie McIntosh, right? And they had two children, Ruby and Frank. Frank Astle was called Bud. That was his nickname.
Okay, so that goes way back when in the early 90s?
Well, the McIntosh is how we are related to all Astles, but our cousin Derek is only related to one side of the Astles.
Okay.
There are three sides of the Astles.
Not the McIntoshes. Not the McIntosh.
Yes,
side.
they're all, and the McIntoshes, we're closer to the McIntosh than we are to the Astles.
Wow.
Okay. But
which sounds stupid.
Our grandmother was a McIntosh, and so was Ruby's mother was a McIntosh. They were both sisters.
They were sisters.
Nellie McIntosh was Blanche's, his sister.
And then
our grandmother.
And then Seaside was Maisie McIntosh.
Maisie, so
which was a first cousin.
Isn't that something, eh? The three families married into the McIntoshes.
Yeah.
Do you think we can collect the money, any residual income from the McIntosh, from the Big Apple?
No.
So to have this town as a town, so I guess the first commercial building would have been the hotel that was built?
Yeah. Well, the first of the Astle hotels was the Seaside.
Yeah.
Okay. Seaside
it was built in
1875, around that time.
Yeah. Wow. Well, started in 1878.
Well, they were building it in 75, and it was.
Well, it was started off as a blacksmith. It was.
That's from what I gather, yeah.
It was owned by Muckle.
Okay.
Meikle, eh?
No, Muckle.
Muckle.
M-U-C-K-L-E.
And how long did that stay?
They disappeared. Muckle.
It went down in the 1960s. What? 66, 60, something around there.
64.
Almost a century.
64.
Close to it, yeah.
Big, beautiful hotel, classic Victorian hotel of that era.
Wow.
They couldn't even make a go of one of the hotels. Can you imagine? You'd think that they would have teamed together and put money and resources into at least the Bull Rock. The Bull Rock was the last standing hotel. Pulled down in what, 76, 77, I think it was.
Something like that.
So how many hotels they had together?
And if you look up here,
there they are.
There they are. Wow!
There they are.
They're all Green
there's
Gables
the
Hotel,
lodge. There's
Campbell's,
the lodge. There's the
Killer
hillside.
Frankie, Blue Tea Room, Ocean House, Lighthouse, St. Laurent House.
Yeah, that's it.
Turret Hall, Metis Beach School. There was school as well? No?
There was an English school, yeah.
Okay.
It's still one.
Wow.
The third one from the end is the only one that still stands.
Which one?
That
Killer
one
Frankie.
the third at the end, yeah.
Okay, Killer Frankie.
Now that was the St. Lawrence house that burnt down apparently, or it was pulled down.
Wow, okay.
And there was the Turf Hall that burnt down apparently. And then next to it is the Cascade Golf Course.
Okay.
Then a couple of more over there's the Cascade Hotel, which is was owned by the Molsons, John
Molson. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He didn't build it though. It was
10, 12, 14.
Molsons.
About
they bought
16
it from
of them.
Which one?
the Cascade Hotel.
Oh, that was built by McNider.
Yeah, exactly. That was the original host.
Actually, that's Aunt Ruby's family. What was her name? The grandmother.
Grandmother Ruby?
Yeah, Ruby's grandmother was what was her last?
Was a McNider?
No. How can I not remember?
Oh, you will say.
I'm going to move around to this side.
All together.
All we're doing is getting the back of my head here.
Sure.
I'll move around to this side.
No problem.
Yeah.
And so I guess your grandfather's stories, like from that time around, they went into this book there. What is the book called?
It's called Drifting Down the St. Lawrence.
Wow, by Willis and Bugby. Nice. And when was it?
The book was given in 1940.
When was it published?
Wow.
It's probably around the same time.
Yeah.
It's a nice book, eh? Gee whiz.
Sure, Drifting Down the St. Lawrence. And yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to see the copy.
Well, there have been
yeah, that's in
a number of
1940.
documentaries and a number. Did you know that Con Harrington back in the 1990s or 80s, he did a documentary on Metis?
Yeah.
Con Harrington, he was the president of the Royal Trust.
Yes.
Okay.
And he did a documentary. You know where he gave the documentary?
No, I have no
Astles
idea.
Park. He's got a chair.
Oh.
Didn't want to sit in front of his own place, but he sat in a chair in Astles Park,
Okay.
or what is presently Astles Park,
Right.
and he talked about Metis, talked about the area.
Well, this area has been documented
Many times.
through
Yeah.
history. There's a lot of stories.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which way you turn.
Right.
Even in the horse and buggy day,
Wow. Okay.
there was a newspaper called the Varsity.
Is that
There's a
right?
big write-up on
Is that
Wow.
right? Is that right?
Yeah.
And
we were just
where-
at that cafe
where
today.
is
They
it?
also had a book about Metis.
Where can one see the article? Is it in the
Uh,
Heritage?
It should be online, actually.
Is that right?
Yeah.
There's
in
so
the-
much online that we don't even know about.
True,
I mean,
yeah.
it would seem, I know that they have the Molsons in Metis, there's Heritage Metis, and there's a couple of other sites,
There's a lot of,
Yeah.
yeah, there's...
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of stuff.
And the reason being is because Metis is a city.
It's a city?
We are under city
Under city
Okay.
laws.
No kidding.
And that's because of the summer guests that
Okay.
came early on.
Right.
And Osler, I don't know.
Ostler, yeah, they were
Their family, the very bright family, originally from
Prominent.
Toronto.
prominent doctors at McGill
Right.
University.
Yes,
Okay.
they were. One was a doctor. One worked in government, and the Canadian laws that we have are from
them.
Osler. Yes,
From that.
and sometimes we were called the guinea pig. You try the law in an area
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
If it's
It works
successful,
out, yeah.
the rest of Canada got it.
Is that right? Is
Yes,
that right?
Wow.
yes.
Okay.
So there's a lot of history that people don't know
Right.
about Metis. So,
Yeah, well, it has a unique history. I mean, as I've been telling you.
Definitely. And what about the Grey Owl? He also came and stayed here.
Well, he
Yeah,
was here for how long? How long was he
only
here
the
for?
summer.
Only the summer. So he
Yeah.
was here for at least 2 months.
Yeah,
Oh.
well,
Right.
2 to 3 months,
Yeah.
I'd
Wow.
say.
Okay.
So now we know.
He came because he thought he could be a guide.
Okay, I see.
But that kind of backfired because
Yeah.
the Astles were guides.
Guides,
They had
okay.
Astle Lake, where
Right.
our grandfather, he preferred the outdoors than standing in the lobby of a hotel.
Wow. Okay.
Whereas our grandmother loved standing behind
Yeah.
the desk
There.
in
She
the
liked-
lobby. She loved being the queen.
And she was. She liked to be. She was a socialite. She
Yeah.
liked to greet people. She was a greeter.
Okay.
And that was very supportive to our grandfather. I mean, he was more of a businessman.
Right.
Always behind the desk.
Yeah.
He kind of looked like this in a way, except it only had a little hole in the in the corner right where the stairs went up to the first floor.
Okay.
And yeah.
He really preferred fishing, hunting.
So there's a
stuff like
Astle Lake. There's Astle Park. There's Astle Street.
Well, this was all Astle territory.
Yeah.
Okay.
From beach right up to the fourth.
second concession, I think, the second
No,
rank. Fourth rank?
Wow.
Right up to the fourth.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So
what happened to all that land?
It was huge. Yeah.
They sold it all.
Yeah.
I guess they did.
Over the years, yes.
As people were coming in.
And you know where we see today the Savage and the Birch down there.
That's
that was all Astle land. They sold.
Wow. Okay.
They sold pieces.
Yeah, little bit by little.
And Reeford had where today Price is living. That's where Reeford really started. It's not Grand Metis.
Okay, that's
just everybody has, you know, it's Reeford Gardens.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, it was his wife's gardens.
I see. So how many Astle families or related Astle families are present
today?
Currently? Yeah.
Well,
in
it's spread out all over the place.
Yeah, they're all over.
All over.
In Metis, but there are quite a few, like in Metis.
Well, they only come to visit in the summertime.
Okay, but about how many you'd say?
Well, there's Timmy's family, and there's Derek's family.
Yeah.
And how many?
There's my family, even
and
though
family.
we're not
No,
Astle,
but that's
but
okay.
they're still
part of
Astle clan. Then there's Seaside.
Right.
But they come down in the summertime. They're not living out here all year round.
No.
She's talking about the people that live here on a permanent basis.
Oh, it's only Derek, Timmy.
Derek, Timmy, and yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
All right. But the other ones who are coming down, there are quite a few. Then.
Well, they come down for the summer. Is John Astles still around, or?
He was alive last year.
Oh, he was. Okay. How about Lorne?
No, Lorne has passed.
And Grant just passed away. He gave his share of the lake to, or sold it to Derek.
He gave it to Christopher.
Christopher, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he gave it to
He didn't
Christopher.
have children, so.
So how was your time like growing up in Metis?
Oh, it was great.
I can imagine. Paradise, I mean.
For me, I mean, the hotels were still functioning.
Yeah, that's right.
And my brother and I had,
The car was, that was running.
you know, we could run on everybody's property
Right.
because we owned it all. The Bull Rock had a pool, and we owned that, my brother and I.
Okay.
We swam there every day. We brought our dog to swim.
Yeah, right.
You know.
The seaside was still up when you were a child,
Yeah,
I guess.
we played hide and go seek there.
And so was the hillside.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was still there.
and we played hide
So
and go
3
seek
of the hotels
there.
were right in the same area, generally.
Wow. Okay.
And there was, of course, Astle's store was owned by Harold Astle.
Yeah, but so was Campbell's. Mariah's store became Campbell's store.
Right.
It was still open when I was young, so we used to get.
But was it
5
sold
cents.
to Mariah? Was it sold to the Campbells, or was it,
It was-
just her operation? Her operating there.
No, she died, and then the Astles. There was Ulrich that are related.
Ulick?
Yeah, but they're related to one of the sisters.
Okay.
From New Brunswick.
Okay.
From one of the Astle sisters, and the place was left to them.
Okay.
And then they sold it to Campbell.
So it was originally part of Astle.
It was all.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the Astles. They first lived in Lake
in that area.
go there.
and then they switched the lands with
Okay.
Barabay
Yeah. Okay.
at Mariah's store.
One of the Astle heritage sites is the on the road going up from the seaside. Is it not that ornate Victorian house?
Which one?
Up the road where Seaside is. You know, the one that takes you to John's.
Yeah, okay, well, the homestead.
That's the homestead.
The homestead, well, that's,
One of the homesteads.
that's Fred's, the first Fred's son.
Homestead, yeah.
Okay.
And Aunt Bertha's house is also that
Right.
first, our great-great-grandfathers.
And then
When they got married, they built.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't
right.
live with their parents.
and then
They
and
moved
then
out.
You might want to move that.
Yeah. And how do you find the change? Like, or it came slowly, it came eventually, it didn't.
No, it came slowly,
No, just
because
in the
this
corner
was
or whatever.
predominant English up until the 1980s.
Okay.
French were kind of They drove past, but they didn't stay.
Okay. But now there are a lot of French people here now.
Yeah, because now the families are selling the properties off. These houses are very expensive.
I can
Ooh, I
imagine.
see that,
That's
yes.
You're
Yeah.
paying a lot of money, especially for a summer house.
So it's
2
become
months-
very touristic, even more so than before, or do you
No.
think it's the same?
No, it's actually less. The
Yeah.
hotels have thousands of people.
Okay, wow.
You know, you have to think of the size of the hotels.
Right.
You know,
Well,
so
the Seaside had 120 rooms.
Wow.
the Bull
Okay.
Rock
Bull
was
Rock had
also
at least about 100, or and also there was the staff rooms as well.
Yeah.
Remember, they had them on the
Yeah.
on the attic, and they also had a building across the road that was
Okay.
also for their employees.
Wow.
They hired, it was a good commercial business. I mean, it gave work to people living in this area every year.
Yeah,
And,
as
and-
well.
Well, you can look at it this way. You work 6 months and you have 6 months off.
Okay.
What job gives you that? you ever heard of a job that you can
What
do
have
that
I been
with?
telling you?
I know,
Grandpa
yeah.
opened his hotel June, July, August, after Labor Day. Went to Montreal before going to Florida, right? You
Okay.
go down with.
Yeah, that was after Grandma died. Before that,
Well, he stayed.
They
Some of the
lived
times he
here.
stayed here. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. And he went down to Florida every year.
Okay.
So, do you know any businesses that you can
I
open
know.
for 3 months
3
and
months
then
and pay for the
go on
whole
vacation?
year.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
fishing.
got money.
Fishing? Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, and he was able to do what he liked to do.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is it.
You know, that
He was living.
So it was a very
golden life.
happening place at the time.
Well,
before.
when you're related to everybody in the
Yeah.
area, and even today we're still related, though it's distance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But somewhere along the line,
Uh-huh.
we're related.
Right. Yeah.
You could be fourth and fifth removed,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're still.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's
it's a
true.
way of life that other people really don't understand. Because
It's a good way of life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very enviable, way
it's
of
Right.
life. in my
it's a
opinion.
different
Yeah.
way of life.
So what do you do in the wintertime?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I was working up until I retired.
Okay.
And then it's like, well, now I do what I want because I have so many projects that I
Wow.
need to,
Yeah.
You admitted that you're going for, that you're engaged in, yeah.
you know.
You keep
and-
yourself busy.
yes.
Mhm.
Well, you know,
Okay.
there is a saying: you have to be a certain kind of person who can live here.
Oh,
Because
I see.
because when people move
Yeah,
out,
right.
we like to see the people come, but we also like to see them go.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So right now, I have neighbors.
Right.
In the
Right.
wintertime, I don't have neighbors.
I see.
Well, it would be Derek and Tim and so
Yeah,
on.
that
It
way,
would
but
be that
these
way.
guys here.
But
they
Tim
don't
still
do that.
lives down on Beach Road. He still has the house down there.
Yeah.
Right, where there used to be a store there, an Astles
Okay.
store,
Okay. Okay.
where our uncle Harold, had provisions. He was a local
Right.
store in Metis.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only other place you could go is in Les Boules,
I see.
right?
Yeah, well, there were two
Ratte.
stores. There was and there was De Roger too,
Okay.
De Roger, where was De Roger?
where
Oh, in-
the ice cream store is
Oh, yeah,
today.
yeah. Remember? Oh, yeah. I saw the kids with the ice cream coming out of that.
Yeah.
That was I remember that story. Yeah.
Yeah. Any skiing here or anything?
Yeah,
in the
but you just
wintertime?
put your skis on at the door and go.
Go. I see.
You don't pay.
Right.
Everywhere else you've got to buy.
You
pay.
just put your skis on.
Uh-huh.
You put
Yeah.
your skis on.
Yeah.
And
You
go
go
down
down.
the
You go
road.
down the hill, and it takes you right to Montjoly.
Oh, really? You mean,
So yeah, and
Wow.
then you slide. There's,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Nice hills around here.
There's skating. There's
Grandpa was had a hockey. He was on a hockey team back
Yes.
when he was a kid. You should,
and there were only 5 of them,
Okay.
mostly Astles men.
Right.
But they won the
a
Eastern
tournament. Yeah,
yes,
the Eastern tournament. They were
Yeah.
that
Oh,
good.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
They played
Why?
against the French.
Yeah.
The French, but they also went to Quebec City
Oh.
and they won.
I see.
Do you have any information
I have
on that?
yes, a newspaper clipping.
No kidding.
Yeah,
And does it name all the
It
players?
names all
No
the players.
kidding.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
and our grandfather is
Right.
And that goes back to the early 1900s, I guess. eh?
19. Well, it must be around 1919.
Okay.
Yeah, because Grandpa
Somewhere
was
in
born in 1887, I believe. July the 31st, 1887. And I believe that Blanche was born also the same year, but in September. September the 9th, I think. Is it the 9th? 8th or 9th?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I never knew her, so it's not something
it's not
that
the same.
really,
Right.
you know, my grandfather, yes. And because my brother and I were the youngest,
Right.
so he had more time for us.
Okay.
Because with Lyndon, he was still working.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
You're talking about me, or you're talking about my father?
No, you.
You.
He was still working. They had the lodge when you were born.
Yeah, he was still working. Yeah, he was. My grandfather, she's referring to, was working.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was born, he wasn't working.
Okay.
He was our babysitter.
So what happened was that this woman that had been married to a gentleman in in Metis or
Right.
Sandy Bay, if you want. She married this fellow, French Canadian, and moved to Chicago, and she married him. And then he died,
Right.
and she came up here to bury him in the cemetery in Metis. And she, with the insurance money, she got enough money. She built a cottage. She had a house built up on the hill.
But I thought Esperance died because
She did, but this is before that.
His third wife was Verna.
Yeah, Verna, that's right.
I don't know.
But before Verna was Esperance,
Yeah.
Turcotte.
Yeah.
Anyway, Turcottes are in
Yeah, she's
Metis.
from Metis, yeah.
So she was having a cottage built up on the hill. And it probably is still there. Anyway, she is now there, and she's looking for maybe something to do. So somebody said they're hiring people down the road. So she she came along Beach Road, and she came on. First place she came across was the Metis Lodge Hotel.
Lodge Hotel.
And she went in and said, so our grandfather thought she'd be an excellent hostess, So she got the job.
All
And
right.
first thing you know, she was going up, my father was going out, and they were, Anyway, so she said, hey, what are you doing up here doing nothing when you could be in Chicago making big bucks?
Oh, okay.
And he followed her to Chicago, so he
Doing
became
what?
an American. My dad.
Doing what in Chicago?
Well, he went into construction.
Construction.
You know the O'Hare Airport?
Mm.
You probably, it's the
Where?
biggest in Chicago.
In Chicago.
He worked on that.
I worked.
O'Hara.
O'Hare.
O'Hare.
Yeah.
Airport, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Metis to Chicago. So.
Yeah.
From to Chicago. And then after that, I didn't see my dad until 1958. No, 1960.
It was 60-something because he came here with Vernon and the boys. That was the first time I met.
By the way, did you ever get a copy of the pictures of you, the video of you?
I got the video, yeah.
Because I had it made. Where did
That
you get
was,
it from?
but I got it from my father.
Well, this is video that
When
it
we
got
were-
Bud in it. When you were in, this is when your mother had the salon, the beauty salon or the hair salon.
Yeah,
The one right next to where Hillside Road went up.
yeah. I know
That's-
which one.
that's
the
what I'm
cottage
talking
down
about,
there,
yeah.
Well,
So-
there's one. The only video I have is when Normie and I are about 2, and your brother is playing.
Isn't
guitar.
it, okay, that's the one. That's the one.
But
Nice.
your father came when
Well,
we were older
Okay.
with Vernon and her boys.
hmm
And
Because I got the
We met
film
them.
and I put it on VHS. You see.
Okay.
And then I came down here and I think I gave a copy to Tim's mother,
well, then
Audrey.
She must have given something to my
Yeah,
mom.
maybe that's it.
And then they had
Yeah,
more,
they made copies.
Right.
because I have a copy
Okay.
of
Nice.
moi.
Well, I meant it to, for her to
Nice
share it with the
memories.
community. I mean, it's the only video that I think, is there video of Metis anywhere else? I mean,
No,
anyway.
but there's Audrey Astles who speaks about Metis.
but I'm talking about,
But
Like from your
well,
time.
yes, there
With all
is
the
the
tourists.
Greers. The Greers did a
yeah,
in the 1900s, early 1900s.
okay,
With some
an old camera.
an old thing
Crank-
I see.
cranking
So
away.
where is that? Where would that
That's
be?
at Heritage. There is
Okay.
a CD
Mm-hmm.
from that.
So did you, with the Heritage, did you also bring it to Heritage with the film that you?
No, I never brought moi to the Heritage.
Because it's part of it. It does show the lodge. It shows
Yeah.
the Bull Rock, and it
Okay.
shows the hillside.
Yeah,
I think it
but
shows.
Nice.
I'm
But
in
it's
it
very-
too, and it's like
And you're in that. You're in that.
yeah.
You and
They lift
Normie.
me up and they throw me.
Oh.
And I'm, you know, they catch me and they put me down, and I must be really not happy because I'm going, like, get away from me.
I don't remember that, but they certainly show your brother, and it also, I think it's Timmy that comes. That comes.
No,
up.
it's
Who is
Derek. Derek is in the picture.
He comes through the woods from next door.
Yeah,
if I
it's
remember
Derek.
correctly. Yeah. Anyway, they show Bud Astles, you know, our uncle. Sweet man, very sweet man.
Nice.
Generous as they come. Oh, you know, when I came down in 1974, poor guy was recovering from one of his binges, unfortunately. And anyway, I wanted to see him anyway.
Yeah.
So one of the people that were working at the hotel said he's in that cabin, you know, the house.
Right.
So I went up there to see him, and the poor guy was not in very good shape.
Oh boy.
And I said, well, I've got my girlfriend with me, and oh no, don't bring her in, don't bring her in. But no, he said, before you leave, he said, go into the hotel and tell Ruby that you want sandwiches, or, you know, you want to take something with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was an interesting guy. But,
Yeah.
But he
that
was a drunk.
yeah.
Really? Wow.
I remember your mother.
Spoiled rotten. He and his sister, they had a very good life.
That's what I've been telling you.
Extremely good life.
They were taking care of all of their lives,
Yeah.
basically.
Wow.
I mean, Ruby did work, yes,
Yeah.
but she didn't kill herself working.
No, right. Well,
That's for sure.
yeah, she
Helped her father in the hotel,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly.
and he really didn't do any work.
Okay.
So
He
you
was
can
reading-
so you can imagine what
Yeah,
her type of work.
exactly.
You know what his
Yes.
work was? Reading the newspaper.
Wow.
Every time
That
I
was
go
a lot of
over,
work.
every year after year we go over, my father would take us around to the hotel. Here's
Right.
my son, and you know, and Gordon was always with the paper. Oh, you know, do you remember him like that? I did something like that too, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was always in the back room,
Yeah.
and he had money invested.
Okay.
So he was always in the finances.
Okay, so he's looking up the financials.
Yeah,
the stock market.
the
Yeah.
stock. And that was
Interesting
a
man.
full-time job, that one.
Well, that.
He was a kind of a quiet type
Yeah.
of guy compared to Grandpa, who was more outgoing
Okay.
and more sociable and more, you know, more energetic in a way. Anyway, Anyway, I remember the story of the bear. Apparently, they were out in the woods somewhere. There's a group of them, and apparently, one guy or Grandpa went into the bush to have a leak, you know, and apparently he was doing his leak behind a big tree. And apparently there was a bear coming along, and when Grandpa stepped out behind the tree, the bear saw him, and he saw the bear. And apparently they both started running in the opposite direction. And I remember Grandpa saying, you know, when he looked back, he saw the bear taking off the other way, and he said, and he finished the sentence by saying, "That bear might be still running," so you know, or something like that. Too much.
Yeah.
He used because Lyndon is much older than I am. So
Much older?
Yes, much older.
come
I'm in my
how come I look
60s.
so
You're
young?
in your 80s.
Don't. That's not true. Come on.
Not at all.
You. Anyway,
That-
go ahead.
He would tell stories, but by then my grandfather, he was in his 70s when I was born. So,
Okay.
you know,
Wow.
yeah, he was quite an
Yeah.
elderly man.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Well, you were born in 1956.
Yeah,
Yeah, 56. So
and he was 70,
yeah, he was in his 70s.
73 or 74 when we were born. So yeah, 10 years on, that's,
Right. Yeah.
you know, he's older again. Anyhow,
And you would, you would have remembered him in the 1960s when you were, you know, I mean, you don't. You
well,
know,
he
he
was
a baby.
always there. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
He was
exactly.
part of the woodwork.
Mhm.
But he would tell stories, and with age, seniors tend to forget
And
Yeah.
what
names, and they just, you know, they look at you and use your name.
And he was in
And-
his
and-
70s at the time?
Well, 80s.
80s?
He was telling
But
me
I'm
these
still
stories.
intact here.
Yeah, well,
I'm still going.
he was starting to forget,
Wow.
and
Yeah, I know.
so it was supposed to be Pearl, Lyndon, and Shirley were out in the
Right.
field,
Uh-huh.
but it would be Normie and Pam, and we'd be sitting there. We never, you know, like we weren't there.
Right. So they were telling you stories that were not relevant to you at all.
No, and
Yeah,
we'd
exactly.
be sitting there with the people around,
Yeah.
not us.
But
Those
not-
are the stories in this book?
No,
Okay.
no, these are other stories.
Other
'cause
ones.
he
But
loved-
that's what they would do to my grandfather. The guest, especially Sink. Year after year, he'd say, you know,
But it is
Mr.
nice
Astles.
though to have someone tell you
Mr.
stories
Astles, no,
and
it
stuff
was
like
a-
that. It's
And Grandpa was always seeming to be somewhat reluctant. Oh, no, I don't either have time or no, then he was just dying to get in there, you know, I mean, to tell his stories. You know. But once he got into it, he was on a roll, you know what I mean? He was
But
really-
in here, there really are
Yeah.
very good stories.
wow, okay.
You know, that they really
Right.
are interesting.
really touch base, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
you know, and it's
Wow.
Drifting on the
drifting down the St. Lawrence.
different down the St.
Drifting,
Lawrence,
yeah.
And I noticed the price on that. It's just $2 with photos and illustrations.
So-
the book.
You know, the book tells
In
it all.
1940, yeah.
The book tells it all. Obviously, the Astles family originally were just a bunch of drifters.
Yeah,
And they drifted along.
they
No,
were
not dribble, but drifters.
they were entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
That's-
They really
that's
were.
time,
Now, what
yes,
happened
yes.
to that entrepreneurship, in your opinion?
No, I
It
think
died
they-
out with that
I-
generation.
I think they
Yeah.
still are.
Well, who?
Derek, he's a woodworker. He does many
No,
of
but I mean,
the.
look at all the places along here. You've got Camping Annie. You've got, you know, the Bull Rock. You'd think that they could have made a go of the Bull Rock and did what they're doing now. Further down, you've got that Motel Metis, another place where
Yeah.
they're camping. All this land that presumably we had, and
Yeah.
they ended up doing nothing with it.
Nothing.
You know, they could have had maybe a camping site where the Bull Rock is, but no. But the people here, the big rich, they don't want to touch that. They just want to keep it the way it is, right?
Well,
Yeah.
in a sense,
They don't want another hotel here.
No.
not really.
Yeah.
No, and nobody really wants to run a hotel. It's a
I
lot.
see.
It's a lot of work,
A lot of work.
and
Yeah.
hotels.
Very
costly.
What you know, a motel is different. Camping is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you bring your camper in, you look after your place.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
You just pay
exactly.
for your plot. You know.
We're doing that
Exactly,
right
and
now.
that's what I mean. You think that with all the land, that
Yes.
somebody would have been able to do the same thing, like
So-
Eric or Tim or whatever, you know, because they have land going up to the highway too.
Yeah, but it's not enough to farm.
I see.
You know, it's not like he has
Well, if-
farmland.
They have in the Bull Rock Golf Course, they have trailers in there.
Yeah, but
And it's like right
but
across
there's
the
no
way from there.
water. You know, that's the other thing. There's no water, and he can't really drill because there's a pond over here,
Yeah,
and there's animals that.
Going to the pond.
Yeah,
Depend on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if they drill, they're going to change the water
course
flow.
of the
They've
water
already
from
done
underneath.
it because of the 132.
Right?
I think
Yeah.
your pond is dry.
Oh, wow.
Last time I saw
I
it,
hope
was-
it's dry.
there's no water in it. The last time I was
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah, it used to be a small pond, nothing
Yeah.
like the one that
Derek has,
Derek
but
has.
still,
Yeah.
it was a pond.
But it
Right.
connected in some way, maybe.
and
to
it
the
did
same-
have birds there. You know, like
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
well, now if the water's dry, there's no birds.
No birds
But-
either.
But Derek has special wood ducks. They're
Mhm.
about yay big.
Okay.
They're very, very small. And they nest in trees.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, of course.
You
Oh, that's
know,
what
it's
birds
not like
do.
a duck that on the shoreline.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And they're becoming extinct. So if the water changes because fresh water is flowing in and flows
Mhm.
Out, yeah.
out, you know, so
Mhm.
these birds can survive there.
Mhm.
Anyway, they're
Okay.
cute
Yeah.
little things.
I remember one year on the balcony of the house down here, what was it? Not a gannet, but apparently some kind of a swan. Anyway, the neighbor came out and told me, look at the bird.
You mean maybe a herring?
A herring, that's it, a herring, yeah, herring. Big,
Next
big
this
bird.
long.
Landed
Yeah.
on the balcony, and I missed it. But
Oh.
the Jolly Curs next door, they were the ones that told me about it.
Okay.
They,
Wow. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Emil
that's,
and what was his name? Emil and Emil and Blanche Jolicoeur. Blanche Jolicoeur.
Oh.
She used to knit the sweaters.
Okay.
I got 3 of them.
wow.
Anyway, she made a gray and a blue and a green for me, which I still have.
Nice.
Anyway,
nice.
little memorabilia.
Of
You know.
course.
She liked to
Yeah.
knit and She liked to knit and I like to pick.
Nitpicking. All right. So no, that's very nice
So
to have.
do we have anything else that you know?
Yeah.
Any other stories?
Oh, well, there's stories that go on forever. You know, for some people they're kind of boring because it's different when you're from here.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
for us it's
Mm.
we can embellish on our stories,
Exactly. Of course.
make them better than they
Yeah.
really are.
And for now, I guess we're just gonna have to read it in the book, Drifting Down St. Lawrence.
Yes, well,
Is
like
that
I
the
said,
name of it? Drifting Down the St. Lawrence River? And
Yeah,
who is the
that's-
author?
Bugby.
Bugby, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, it's a fun book.
Yeah.
And is there only one section that kind of talks about the Metis? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Only
it's
one-
around the
one
Gaspé
chapter, right?
coast.
So it basically covers a lot of communities, I guess.
Around
Yes.
gas space,
Yeah.
so one part is Metis.
And then Aunt Pearl, she wrote Daddy.
Oh yeah, Daddy, yeah, that's where it comes from,
Her,
yeah.
her daddy.
Yeah.
Her daddy did something there.
Right. Wow.
So what's happening
Nice.
to Pearl's daughter? I mean, what?
Robin?
Robin, yeah.
She's okay. I talked
Where is
to
she
her.
living now? Does she have anything here, or
No.
no?
No. She has.
Is she up in Huberto? Is she?
Yeah.
They took the house up there, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They fixed it up and
Okay.
that's where they stay in the
Yeah,
100-degree weather.
Yes.
In 100 below zero, you mean?
No, yeah, above.
Above zero? It's warm up there?
Oh, yeah, that's Laurentians. It gets really hot up there.
It can get, but nights are usually pretty cool. You
No,
know.
not when it's
No?
full heat. Never gets cool.
Oh.
Well, I know it
Wintertime.
gets cool during the wintertime, but I didn't realize it got so hot during the summertime.
Oh, yeah,
But you're
it's-
probably right.
It's
yeah.
horrible up there.
Does it get usually hotter than this, or it
It
just
does.
stays
It can
as
get
hot
pretty
as
warm
this?
here.
This
Yeah.
is warm.
This is yeah.
This
I know.
is nice.
Right,
yeah.
This is livable.
Yeah.
No, this is
The
nice.
last 3-4 days there today,
Well,
the first time I felt like really
It's
warm.
going up to 30.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
Yeah,
on Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
okay.
Is it
okay.
tomorrow?
Tomorrow or
Oh, that's
Sunday,
going to
yeah.
kill most of us.
Saturday?
Because
Gonna
we're
kill
not used to 30 degrees.
That's what I was thinking. Here it doesn't get that
No,
hot,
it's
right?
like a day.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Day
Okay.
or two.
Because
Okay.
30.
you can swim with that weather.
Sure you can.
swim.
You
Sure.
can swim out there if you like
It
cold
feels a
water.
bit cold.
Yeah.
It's kind of cold.
Yeah.
It's because it's cold. It's good for you. It's good for your joints.
There was one guy that stayed at the
Right.
hotel.
Maybe.
It hurts.
One guy that stayed at the hotel, and every morning
Uh-huh.
he'd wake up and he'd
Go
go
for a
out.
swim?
There was the pier, you know, the
Right.
wharf that
Yeah.
we
Okay.
had. And do you have any pictures of that?
Yeah, I did.
I took some pictures of it when I got my camera when I was 14 years old.
Okay,
So I took
wow.
pictures of the
Right.
lot, you know, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, he used to get up every morning and he used to dive off the end of the pier, and then at night he'd do the same thing. And boy, was
Right.
this guy robust. I mean, he, you know, full of
That's
activity,
probably
very
what made
athletic.
him robust too.
I kind of
getting
thought,
up
gee
and
whiz,
doing
how does he
that.
do it? And he'd just dive off the end, you know, when the tide was high. You know?
Wow.
So, yeah, he just,
Uh-huh.
anyway,
Okay.
the only other place that there was good water or where people went swimming was at Seaside. They have a nice, that sandbar.
Not any. Well, they have a sandbar, but
Yeah.
the beach itself it's gone back to its natural
Oh, is it really?
existence. It's all rocks.
Yeah.
But that sandbar is not
The
walking.
well, actually, the sandbars kind of move more towards
Okay.
the savages, the Burks down below,
Okay.
So they're moving rocks.
moving sand.
Moving sand. Yeah.
Okay.
And now we have, which we haven't had for many,
Yeah.
many years, is lobsters out in the water.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the lobsters have come back.
Yeah, and down at
It's
the lodge
lobsters or
And- and
crayfish?
by Red Rock.
Yeah?
Oh my
No
God.
kidding. So Red Rock, red lobsters.
Yeah, we got nice lobsters there.
I was thinking lobster. Wouldn't you find them in the deeper water, or is
Well,
crayfish, or?
It does get deep when the tide comes in.
I see.
When the tide
because of
goes
that.
out, they get stuck.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
And then
okay,
they,
that
yeah.
is why.
Pools.
Isn't that
Ah.
interesting? So are they cultivating the
Interesting.
lobsters? Are people farming the
Well, we
lobsters?
did. We had a feast of them.
No kidding, no kidding. So there are that many of them.
They were on the lodge, so we took them.
And how big are they? How big are
I have a picture.
Oh
That big?
wow!
they? Son of a gun.
We ate one this size.
And you got it off the big rock. Or off
By the Red Rock.
I think I saw lobster. I saw lobster.
Yeah, they saw one.
There it is. There's the lobster.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
see
wow.
it? You see it between the rocks?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, yeah, they hide under the.
Yeah. Sorry, I was enjoying. Was it a crab or a lobster?
Yeah.
I think it's a lobster.
So you took this in Les Baux?
No, yeah, when we were on top of Bull.
Yeah, Les Baux, yeah. So he was at that rock, you know, where the hotel is, that other rock, the other rock. He was out there the other day.
Well, they're all up and down here. They've moved from.
This is a
There's
big,
a lot of
big
fishing
pond.
going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, yes, you do see the fishing.
I do
boats.
see some people there. Yeah.
See, at one time, all the sewage pipes went out into the St. Lawrence River.
Oh wow.
So it kind of smelled kind of bad, you know.
Yeah.
like
In places, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And then everything went over to septic tanks, you know, so, right? Like,
Metis was a little bit more advanced than the other
Yeah.
communities
Right.
because again we're under city laws.
Lost.
Yeah.
That's why.
And some of them.
so that's
So,
interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Where is the water coming from now? It used to come from the lake.
It's well, it comes from the filter up on the
Yeah.
Station
Yeah.
Road
Mhm.
up there. They drilled down in that area.
Okay.
So,
Because I asked somebody where the water was coming from, I think.
so a
couple
bit of
years
the
ago.
lake water would seep into the
Maybe,
drill.
eh? Maybe.
Yeah.
But it used to come directly to the.
It used to, but
the
not
homes,
anymore.
yeah. And it basically, it served the communities of Les Baux, I guess, and Metis and
It was
Grammatis.
most no
Or
Grammatis
Not,
doesn't
not
have
that far, right?
no. There's after Petite Miami. There's no water going on.
Okay,
Wow.
so
Okay.
Camping Annie doesn't tap into that water.
No,
okay.
they have well water,
Wall water.
and Les Baux was not on the same thing until 1980s when they hooked up to Metis.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So they had their own water.
Well, they had their own problems with their own water,
Yeah. Well, I mean, but well water. I mean,
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
is,
that's-
usually. Good
and not
water.
everybody's on the line either in Les Baux.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because
But-
they couldn't afford to run the pipes to every house.
I see.
They managed to do it at one time. Yeah.
Well, here in Metis, yeah.
All the houses were connected to that line, you know.
In Metis,
Yeah.
yeah. But not in Les Baux sector.
Not a label.
No.
So it stopped
And
right
the
at the line.
pipes here are 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
They are starting to split, some of them.
Oh yeah.
But what's really interesting about the pipes is they have the German symbol on them, which is the Nazi swastika.
Ah.
Oh, boy.
interesting.
Because these pipes are made in Germany, and that was their.
The national.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they
yeah.
were Nazi
Nazi,
party, you know.
Right.
But those are the pipes that were left over from that German submarine that was coming up the thing. You know that.
Yeah, well, that was interesting too. We had
Yeah. Wow.
U-boat 69.
Mhm, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That blew up a merchant ship out here.
Oh really?
Yes,
Wow. When was that?
World War II.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow.
And
I
so,
vaguely-
so then everything changed in the T's. They had to have blackout curtains.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
I
so.
vaguely,
Yes.
I vaguely remember Matisse. You know, I was only about maybe 4 years old, blacked out
Wow. Okay.
because of the German U-boat that they had spotted
Right.
up the
Yeah.
river. You know,
Wow.
and
But,
But
yeah.
nothing happened though. They
Yeah,
just
well, there
passed.
was, no, they shot the boat. A 16-year-old boy died. He was from Verdun.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not very old. When
No,
you know,
no,
on the
no.
merchant ship, there were I think 10 of them that died and 12 survived. So they were in a convoy.
What, like the Germans died, or
No,
the German side, the submarine survived.
And then he went down and he hit the caribou, and that's you can read a lot about the caribou that was shot because there were a lot of innocent people on the ship Caribou
Wow.
Wow.
going to Labrador.
I see.
But a few years ago, I read something, I think in the Gazette, that the captain of that U-boat and the
Graf,
captain,
yeah.
you know, and the ship that was trying to find them, they met at Saint Anne-de-Meaux or something like that, or I think they met and they, you know, just exchanged wartime stories, you know.
Oh yeah, well there's been kind of exaggerated stuff here in Metis. I mean, we know what people look like. It's not a big village that you don't know.
Right.
You know, if you were here for 2 weeks, I'd recognize you on the street. I wouldn't know your name,
right.
but
Right,
I know
yeah.
I'd see your
Yeah.
face, right? And then okay, they're strangers,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
but you
Well, we
know,
know they're there.
yeah, you know, come on now, I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
And so I've heard silly stories that the Germans were dancing at Chez Dana, T Miami. Well, the owner knew all who went into this.
Everybody, yeah.
Right.
Locally,
And
yeah.
so you think he wouldn't know a Nazi, you know,
Well, they probably they
submarine
might
guys?
they might
Because they wouldn't have suits.
Of course,
you know,
of
they'd
course,
be
of
in their
course.
German
They would-
outfits.
well, no,
I was
not
gonna say
necessarily.
so.
They would have dressed them up appropriately so they wouldn't be identified.
Who
Ruby told me-
carries clothing on a small little submarine?
Well, I mean, you don't have
No.
to wear you don't have to wear your uniform. I mean, you can dress casually. I don't know, but anyway, Ruby tells me that apparently there were two boys or two young men that apparently stayed at the Bull Rock
Yeah, now,
Okay.
for a night. Whether it's a rumor or whether it's the truth, you know. But anyway,
you know, you have to think about the stories and go, I
Yeah.
don't think so. Because
Yeah.
people are not stupid.
Right.
And especially during the war years, because there were colonels and there were corporals and
Yeah.
there
I
were
see.
soldiers
Yeah.
and
yeah, from
that-
Canadian
and,
Army.
and
yeah.
there was also the,
Yeah.
you know, Marjorie who had top
Right.
notches
Or maybe
there.
anybody like looking on, they might have thought that, okay,
they
maybe
actually
that was the
dispatched
Germans.
planes from Montjoli to circle over the, you know, where
Okay.
they thought the submarine was to try to
Right.
locate
And,
it.
and there's colonels and everybody involved, so it's
Right.
not like, you know.
Ah.
So you go, yeah, okay, that's far-fetched.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but okay, that's what it
Oh,
was.
Interesting.
I guess to make, you know, interest in Metis, you do stuff.
Well, yeah, you try to make it, give it more charm than it really deserves, but it already has a lot of charm.
Spice it
so,
up.
I mean,
Well, yes and no. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't think Matisse has charm?
well, yeah, but some people talk about in the wintertime here. I used to wonder, why do the Astles live up on Astle Road here? And it was called Upper Astle,
Mm-hmm. Right.
you know.
Right.
And there is a reason.
Okay.
Number one, it's about 5 degrees warmer
Okay.
than on Beach Road.
Right.
And on Beach Road,
Yeah, yeah.
for example, like to me,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't see sun come November to March.
Right, but you do on the you
Up here
because
we
you're
get
higher
sun.
elevation. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
yes, he doesn't see sun from,
Oh,
Just
from
the,
March
the
to
elevation.
November to March.
wow.
That's pretty
That's
depressing.
brutal, yes.
And all of Beach Road, because there's cliffs and there's.
Because you see, we're, Matisse is basically at a higher latitude, okay, in Quebec, okay?
Right.
So, you know, Montreal is further south latitudinally, and then Quebec is, but Matisse is higher. So, yeah, you're right. So the sun would kind of skirt the horizon, and you get a piece of it here, right?
Yeah.
But he wouldn't get it there. at
He
that-
doesn't
at
get
that
it
level,
down
yeah,
below.
yeah.
Because the sun, right now it's setting, you know, over the
Right.
water. It looks
Right.
beautiful. In
Right.
the winter it sets over there.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
that's
So
right.
massive
they miss out on
difference.
all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Well, you get longer days actually at this latitude on June the 21st than you do in Montreal
Oh wow.
because of
Okay.
the fact that it's
It's higher.
a higher latitude.
Yeah.
For a second, you know, I thought I was in China.
Yeah, and the,
When I went to China a
well,
few
actually, I have the Matisse Lodge one in there,
Oh,
and
nice.
it takes up the whole table.
Is that right? Is that
It's
right?
even bigger.
That's
it's
from
a- it's
the
a round thing
Matisse
like that?
Lodge Hotel.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
because
Okay,
we
wow.
had it on their,
On their tables and stuff like
yeah, you know, the serving
that.
table.
Yeah.
How many tables did they have in the Matisse Lodge? Do you remember?
I don't know, but those have candles in them.
Oh yeah, they're from the lodge. Oh, they
Yeah.
look familiar. Yeah.
Oh wow.
They
Yeah.
are. There were a whole pile of them in a box.
Is that right?
I didn't keep them all because it's like no. I kept 3 because I have 3 daughters.
Okay, I see.
So the one in the center is taller than the other
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
See
one
that.
in the center is for a table of 6 people,
Okay.
and the other 2 are for a table of 4.
Oh, I see.
And that was the centerpiece with the rose or
Okay.
whatever
Right.
flower they.
And at all the tables in the
In the lodge.
dining
Yeah.
the waitresses or whoever was in charge, they would make these napkins
Right.
into like birds
Yeah.
or
the different
clams
shapes. Yeah.
or ships.
Yeah.
Ship, I remember the ships. They would fold it in a certain way,
Yeah.
and it would be there. And also there would be flowers on the
Wow.
table.
Yeah,
Oh.
these are the, and our grandmother, She was hoity-toity.
She was what?
Hoity-toity. From what I understand, she liked nice things.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she was-
She was extreme. Yeah.
Very,
Wow.
yeah, very,
They used to have what they call tea parties down here.
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
And in my mind, a tea party, how many people do you think go to a tea party?
They all did at that time.
Well,
There
you
were-
would think.
I was a boy going to some of
Well-
them, bored to death.
Well, guess what?
Uh-huh.
Our grandmother only went to specialty parties, and it was with Seaside, with Maisie. And there were only 2 at that tea party.
Oh.
Because the other ones were Metisians, and they're
wow.
from Montreal.
Oh, I see.
Excuse
Right,
me.
right, right.
Ah.
So,
Well, I didn't think she was that much of a,
Oh,
that
she
peculiar,
was.
but anyway.
And
She
what about
was-
the cabaret? That's
Anyway,
that's a summer.
Okay.
That's a summer event. That's normally with the summer guests. They put it
Okay.
on. It had nothing to do with the Metisians per
okay. I
se.
see.
They made fun of the Metisians
Oh.
at their cabaret.
who
That's
made
what-
fun?
The cabaret.
Oh, the people from Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
That was
they
what
were the
they
big
did.
rich,
Okay.
the
Wow.
big rich from Montreal.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you'd be made fun of, and you go, okay,
Yeah.
so be it.
Yeah. So it did have a lot of activity.
Yeah, there was a little
Fun
bit of
place.
smugness.
Well,
you know, with
there was
them,
stuff going on.
Okay.
The summer people, they have a garden
Yeah.
party coming up.
Okay. Nice.
With tea,
Yeah.
tea and cucumber sandwiches.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, that's right. Well, they had the Killiecrankie. Powell had a tea every summer, if I remember, a couple of times.
but now the
And then-
Killiecrankie is condemned.
You can't live in there.
No,
I know. I went in there a couple of years.
Why is that?
it's rotten.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
no,
I see.
he took me. I went there a couple of years ago when I was in Metis, and I went up and he showed me the rooms, and they're very small. And
But there is a reason, because the middle of the Killiecrankie is actually the first church in this
yeah, that's
city.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
And the church, I actually measured it, because there is a Fenwick,
Yeah, I remember.
Picture?
Fenwick, Yeah, right.
and it shows the manse
Yeah.
that he lived in, and it shows the church. But when you when you look at the picture, it looks like a shack.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know, like a granary,
Right.
that where you would put.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, so I thought, okay, I have to do something here. So I measured. I went into the Killiecrankie and I measured
Mm-hmm.
the height,
the room, or the
the
ceiling
height,
to the
and
floor.
the length,
Yeah, yeah.
because I need, and the width, of course, because I wanted to, kind of confirm this granary.
Yeah, yeah. The bins.
If I could, kind of
Yeah.
correspond with
Yeah.
this. And lo
And
and
it-
behold,
It did.
it did.
Okay.
And I go, oh my God, the church is a shack. The mass is really nice
Very
looking.
small
Yeah.
room. Very small room.
But
Wow.
the church itself,
Yeah.
and so that
Yeah.
piece of the Killiecrankie
Uh-huh.
is smaller,
Yeah.
because when they put the floor on top, they made, it's not
Yeah.
full ceiling.
Ceiling.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Because the shack,
Uh-huh.
the
Right,
granary,
right.
is
Right.
not, it's
Oh,
not
wow.
16 feet high.
Right.
But it's the only remaining
Uh-huh.
piece of,
History.
that
Times,
that
the
era,
history
in
there.
Wow.
Metis. And it was our Uncle Leslie McIntosh that owned it. He was
changed
the
the
last,
name.
changed the name. Yeah.
Okay.
To Killiecrankie.
Yeah.
And Killiecrankie is a Scottish name.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
From
And-
Inverness,
Yes.
Yeah.
And
in Scotland. He wanted to give it an authentic, I
Right.
mean,
Well,
the Scottish settled here.
yeah,
He
of
wanted
course.
to give it at least one name that
well, it
sounded
also,
Scottish.
the rock, as you go in from this angle, there's a rock.
Yeah.
When you go into Leggett's Point, and that's called Killiecrankie.
Okay.
And then going to the lighthouse,
right.
the old road was Killiecrankie
Yeah,
Pass,
yeah, yeah.
which all
Okay.
corresponds to
And that
Scotland.
rock on the corner is supposed to be Killiecrankie Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, still very cultural.
It's all
but,
Killiecrankie.
now the names are changing, aren't they?
yes and no. The French, local French,
Uh-huh.
no, it has what I know it has.
Okay.
So even if I say Sandy Bay,
Uh-huh.
which
They
is
know
Bay
what it
Bay
is, yeah.
Sap,
Okay.
they know where I'm talking about.
Ah, okay.
It's only the really new people
Uh-huh.
So what?
Like they don't know about it, however the names have changed, like officially, right?
Yeah, in some cases yes, but in some cases no. Like Killiecrankie Rock is not. There's no
Right.
sign saying.
Yeah,
this
there's
is
nothing there, yeah.
You know,
Somebody
so
should maybe.
they say
I
the
see.
Rock. That's the new people, but when
I
I'm
see,
speaking
okay.
with
Yeah.
people I know around here, and I say
Uh-huh.
Killy Rock,
Right.
Roll with the punches, so to speak.
and our grandfather, this greenhouse down here,
I have a photograph of that.
I do too. It was called
Yeah.
the Big House.
It was a big house and it burnt down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of burnings. Anyway, and the lodge, I mean, you know, somebody out there that's trying to get something.
I guess.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
Yes. Wow. Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Aunt Ruby, did you bury her? Yeah.
No, I have not.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
still
all-
have her
that's all.
ashes.
Oh my
And
God.
I'll tell you why.
Well, you don't need to tell me why. I just wondered if she was buried.
I went to the, I came down one summer to bury her at my cost, okay, didn't receive any money from the estate at that point. And I came down and I stayed a week